my time. It is a beautiful city, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be alongside this incredible crew. We got Bravo, we got Clutch. I'm Golden Boy, your host. And yeah, I mean, what a way. I mean, sorry for the delay. Just got to address the elephant in the room. But we are good to go. We're going to get into some games here.
Yeah, excited to see everything kick off. Of course, it's always exciting to be here in Mexico City. The room is already packed today. All the teams are ready. I think we have more teams and spectators than we did last year, so it's great to be here.
Absolutely. Just the environment alone in this venue right now is out of control. You can really feel the passion from everyone that's here and just embracing Halo, and it's something special to see.
I'm also mad at Clutch because it's his second esports event that he's ever worked as a talent, and his first was in Sydney, Australia, and then his second is in Mexico City.
Yeah.
It took me many years to be able to do an event in Australia and then an event in Mexico City.
I've been very, very fortunate, and like I was saying earlier, I'm just crossing stuff off the bucket list one by one, and why not start at the top of the list and go down from there.
I like the way you think. All right, well, first and foremost, we should also talk about the timeline of events and how we got here, because while we are now here in Mexico City, coming up next, we're going to be going to Columbus, Ohio for the North American Regional Finals. $50,000 on the line, 9 spots, the most out of any spot up for grabs for the Halo World Championship Grand Finals, which will take place in Seattle, Washington, April 13th to the 15th. Home of the Seattle Seahawks. That's where actually we're going to be taking place. CenturyLink Field Event Center. $1 million. A lot of cash on the line. But first, though, we started off in Orlando, Florida for the kickoff of the Halo World Championship season. And not only did we see a global open event in Orlando, Florida, but we also got to see some of the best Halo competitions you could possibly, Halo players, you could possibly ask for compete on the world stage.
Oh yeah, Orlando was a fantastic event. Obviously, so wonderful to be back with MLG. You see right here on your screen, a beautiful stage that they built for that first kickoff event. And man, it was what a performance it was from the top teams. But in the end, it was all Splice that really stole the stage.
Yeah, Splice were your inevitable champions there, defeating Optic Gaming in the grand finals, raising that check for $20,000. But then we ended up going across the pond to find who would be the best out of Europe with our friends over at GFIN.
And another great event in London. Always fantastic to be checking out the UK and EU scenes. Checking out here a fantastic triple front press, lands that shot in the base net. Really memorable moment from London as well. But in the end, it was just top 14 who took those first 4 spots to the Halo World Championship. And you also joined us this past weekend, of course, in Sydney, Australia as well, which was our last stop on the tour.
Right, and in Sydney, beautiful place, I just want to say. But in Sydney, we did see Mind Freak and Immunity taking the 2 spots into the World Championship. And really, it was Mind Freak just putting on a show over and over throughout the week and putting on a dominant performance. I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to Seattle and how they can compare to the top other teams coming into that event.
Right.
And we have already established the players that are in the teams that will be making it over to the Halo World Championship Finals in Seattle in those different regions, whether it be Maestro, Infuse, Vex, and as well as Fatal. table. And then also in Sydney, we had Mind Freak and Immunity. But now here in Mexico City, we can only in one spot. There's one spot up for grabs here. So it all comes down to the grand finals. It's going to be absolutely hype, absolutely intense. And as we jump into that, we might as well talk about the format and how this is all going to play out here in Mexico City. It's very standard affair. You guys have, been watching the Halo World Championship from each and every stop. Double elimination bracket. You're going to have best of 5, best of 7 matches. Best of 7 matches are going to be those big games. Your elimination bracket final, winner bracket final, as well as your grand finals to determine who will take their seat at the table. Halo World Championships in Seattle, Washington. Teams were seeded from that LatAm Region Online 2K tournaments that had passed, so if you had managed to catch those, you may see some familiar faces here, but we're also going to have a $5,000 FFA tournament going on here, just like we did at all the other stops, and it all culminates in $10,000 Halo World Championship FFA Finals that will coincide with the 4v4 finals. A lot of great teams here, and speaking of the teams, we should check out some of the top seeded squads. And this is actually more of a interesting point for us because we're not too familiar with a lot of these teams. I would say Shock the World is one of the squads that we're familiar with name-wise, but here actually the number 1 through 4 seeded teams: Colombian Legends, Psychotic Gaming, Natural Killers, and Ultra Instinct. I had a chance to speak with the Colombian Legends as well as the Natural Killers. Awesome guys, and very excited for this weekend.
And keys players for me to watch here are players that you might have seen at last year's Mexico City event as well. Adso and Drift on Psychotic Gaming. I'm also looking at Dualidad on Ultra Instinct, of course. But the nice thing about this event is really it's a clean slate for a lot of these teams. Many teams are here competing, at an official HCS event for the first time. So, there's a lot of opportunities for them to prove themselves.
Right, I really am interested to see all the new talent that Mexico and the Latin American region all has to offer. It was really surprising what we saw in Sydney. I did not expect to see anything like the talent we saw there, and I'm really excited to see what Mexico and the Latin American scene can bring this weekend.
Yeah, if you look here, right, you have 2 Colombian teams, 2 Mexican teams rounding out the top 4, and they are definitely going to be players to look out for in this competition. But now let's take a look at the schedule. We already have a team on stage getting ready to go. We're actually going to kick things off with a good matchup. I'm excited for this one. Terror Soldiers going up against Dogma BR, and that is going to be our first game. Then after that, we're going to see Psychotic Gaming, the number 2 seeded team, going up against Hit Siren. That will take place immediately after that. And then as we go down from there, we will determine more and more matches. Lots of games to be played here. But we do have the bracket, so we can take a look at the bracket when we get a moment here and see where we are, because matches have already began. Some teams had already moved forward. You got, let's see here. Well, it seems like Zillion has managed to get some 3-0s. Actually, no surprise here. First round, she's seen a bunch of 3-0s, but that 1-3-2, though, that must have been an exciting game. Terra Gaming versus 7U7. So Terra earning their spot here in a cracking best of 5, going all the way to game 5. They're actually going to be playing against Dogma BR, I believe. That actually should be the matchup.
Yeah, you have Terra Gaming and Terra Soldiers both here.
Oh,
so
dear Lord. There are 2
Terra
Terras. Why are there so many Terras? I don't know.
It's a big squad. Terra squad.
Terra squad all day. So I wonder if they're connected.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Indeed, indeed.
Could see a team kill.
Yes, I know. That actually is a possibility to happen here. So there's a look at the championship bracket. Of course, remember, folks, double elimination. So if they're knocked out here, they still have a chance to be able to play for that spot at the Halo World Championships in Seattle and a bulk of that prize pool. So now that we've ran through the bracket, we want to let you guys know about some of the giveaways that we're going to be doing here throughout the event. But first, before we get into that, might as well tell you guys about where the Halo World Championship Finals are going to take place. CenturyLink Field Event Center, Seattle, Washington, April 13th to the 15th. Make sure you go to halo.gg/finals 2018 to get your tickets. It's going to be an awesome event hosted by our friends over at MLG. I can't wait. And I know everyone is excited for this one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely can't wait. I mean, this is only about a half hour from Xbox HQ, a half hour from 343 HQ. So all of Team Xbox has been invited. And also really exciting is I don't know, I don't think we can talk numbers yet, but I know we've already surpassed pass sales. I think we have already surpassed the pass sales from the first Worlds and the second Worlds combined.
Wow.
At this event. So tons of folks will be in attendance. I hope you grab your passes as well.
Yeah, that's pretty unreal. I mean, I can't imagine being able to play in an event center such as that, such as the CenturyLink Field. Just as a past player and as a past coach, I mean, that's
and a
gotta
huge
be
football
almost,
fan.
and a huge football fan. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks Stadium is known for the 12th man, for its ability to get loud. I mean, it's a beautiful stadium. I can't imagine the feeling that those players are going to have come World Championships.
That's right. It's going to be an incredible event, so make sure you join us once again. Halo.gg/finals 2018. And while that's going to be an incredible event, we have incredible giveaways. Segways, you like that? We have incredible giveaways. Yes, we're going to be giving away an Xbox One X, the same console that our players here in Mexico City are going to be competing on. All you have to do, very simple stuff. You go on Twitter, you use the hashtag HaloWC, and you include a link to the stream, whether it be mixer.com/Halo, twitch.tv/Halo, or both. Doesn't matter. Whichever you want to do. Perfectly fine. Let us know how you're going to be watching the Halo World Championship Mexico City Finals. And make sure you include that hashtag HaloWC and those links. And you can win yourself an Xbox One X. But as we had talked about before at the top of the show, our first matchup of the day will be the Terra Soldiers going up against Dogma BR. Players are in the lobby, ready to go. I know that some of you, I know, Bravo, you're familiar with a couple of the players on Terra Soldiers, if I'm correct.
That's right, yeah. Excited to see Pinkerbell. Leah is here on main stage. I actually saw her walking into the venue, and she commented she was very nervous. She's competed in, of course, previous Halo titles. We met her at the event last year. You see her on screen right now. She was also at Worlds last year as well, all the way in the U.S. So excited to see her play. I wished her luck. She also said that she was a little bit nervous and did not want to play on main stage specifically. So I don't know if there are forces conspiring against her, but excited to see things kick off here.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see her as well, just because it's not every day you see a female gamer play against the top tiers. We saw Monza over in Sydney. We've seen a couple of North American females make it through and actually become semi-pros and pros.
Right.
And I'm really excited to see what Pinkerbell can do in this first match.
That's right. And this is going to be a winner bracket round 2 matchup. So because as you guys saw in the bracket earlier, a couple of the games are already done and concluded. Done and dusted, as they say. And then on the other side, you have Dogma BR. And, you know, you're going to hear this kind of a recurring throughout the weekend. We're not too familiar with a lot of these players and a lot of these teams. But this is the opportunity to make a name for yourself. Last year, for the Halo World Championship Tour, you were here for that one.
Right.
They didn't even have English commentary for that one. So a lot of the American audience and the European audience didn't understand what was going on, so we didn't quite know the players. Now we're here, we're able to tell their story, and this is the moment to shine.
Yeah, it's exciting to, of course, have an English broadcast here in Mexico. Of course, opens this audience and this scene to many other openings for new audiences across the world. So we thank you for tuning in here.
And look at the crowd,
on the
man.
English broadcast. As you were saying, I mean, we are packed here for day one. Not only are these seats packed, but every station packed as well.
Right, and as you were saying, Golden Boy, this is a huge opportunity for every one of these players to make a name for themselves in the Halo scene worldwide. I mean, I left Sydney, Australia saying, Junior, Seduce, you can hang.
Yep.
I'm looking to see who in Mexico can hang.
It's wild. Like, I'm looking at this crowd here, and you know, something that our friends over in Gears of War discovered very early on is that the crowd and the passion of the Mexican community is second to none.
Dude, Mexico's hype.
Yes,
it's
it is
hype.
incredible. I've been wanting to work an event in Mexico for such a long time now, and I'm so happy to be able to be here. And just, we haven't even started our first match yet, and we're already packed.
I can't even imagine. I mean, this is more packed, to be honest. This is more packed than most events we have on a Friday or Saturday. So I can't even imagine what tomorrow will be like when we only have 2 teams left. Keep in mind, these are going to be the most hype grand finals of the tour until the grand finals of the finals, because these are the only grand finals where the winning team gets the spot, right? Everything's on the line for that final best of 7.
Every final has always been for bragging rights and the money and the cash. But this one, so much passion, so much on the line for the 2 teams that make it to the end. Every loss is stinging. You know, you just don't want to feel the sense of defeat. You want to continue to progress through this bracket. Punch your ticket to Seattle, Washington. $1 million on the line. Life-changing money for a lot of these players who have never competed for money like that. And even here, $20,000 in Mexico City, that is no small feat. But here we go. Our first two teams with some pretty awesome logos. Terra Soldiers versus Dogma BR. It's going to be your first game. And I don't know if we have a series layout quite yet, but I believe it is going to be Truth Capture the Flag to kick things off here.
That's right, yeah. Truth CTF, a great game one. Clutch, you and I saw this series layout a bit earlier. We were saying Truth CTF is a great game type to kick off your tournament and your series with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't think of a better game type to get your pistol warmed up and gradually get into a good series. And that's really important, especially for, you're talking about Pinkerbell being nervous on the main stage. CTF Truth is going to be one of those game types where she can play it slow, get warmed up, get the feel of the main stage, get the feel of the adrenaline rush that she's about to get, and take it from there.
All right, here we go, folks. Thanks for tuning in here on the English stream. As a reminder, also have the Spanish stream as well. Be sure to check that out. Check out Gamelta on Twitter for that link. But CTF Truth is going to be game number one. We're kicking it off with Terra Soldiers up against Dogma BR, and starting things off here with Diablos. Right off the break, Diablos now taking a look at Pink 1. Lots of pressure, though, coming in. Of course, going to want to have his eyes on that camo. He's going to try to pick that up. Going to get it pretty clean as well. That's going to be a pickup at 45. Look for the camo at the 9:45 mark.
And I like what he's doing with the camo here. He backs up instead of going straight forward towards the pink side. He's going to play it slow, bait his teammates, and hopefully get control of the base this way.
Opts to not pick up those 2 extra frags in pink 2. Surprising. Those could come in handy later, especially for scenarios such as this with players spawning up top car, but does have teammates help, so nothing to worry about too much. Nades popping, though, so going to have to stay right along these shields. Finds another player, car 3. Great shots, though. Takes down Pinkerbell. She will fall. He'll now swing his attention over to pink side. Finds Zion as well. Fantastic shots, but Zion answers, so push back up to pink 3.
And you're seeing him do a fantastic job of staying alive multiple times, getting to no shield with this camo, staying alive, using his thrust to his advantage, and getting the advantage right here on this player, pink 2. Great kill. Continuing to control the map while his teammates can push forward.
Yeah, great. Look at this, just popping shots, making sure to stay alive each time, even though dropping to low shields on each engagement, makes sure to stay alive, maintains a power position. Finally, Pinkerbell and a teammate will fly in, and it's going to be Pinkerbell who gets a trade with Uneasy, but now we'll go back over to the other side of the stage. Now on board with Cosmic of Dogma. He's holding top mid. Uneasy comes flying at him. He will pay, but Cappy actually picks up that kill. So now over to his POV as he's flying in, looking for a pole.
Right, we're seeing Dogma BR spawn car here and immediately overextend towards the base. Grab the flag, throw it out. I love the play here. He's got to slay before he can get this flag.
Looks like he looked away a bit right there. Pinkerbell picks up the kill. I thought he had the kill, but Pinkerbell is able to pick that up, so they should get a return. She's going to grab the tac mag as well and start to move into the bottom of the base, see if she can get a flank.
Great flank here by Pinkerbell. She needs to stay alive under this base and buy some time for her teammates to get control of the map. She does force Dogma to come back under the base and basically unable to push across the map. And look, now you see your team with ping control because of it.
Yep, they're going to try to get a pull here because their flag is away as well. Pull doesn't come in just yet, but great shots on Cappy. They're going to need a pull here, though. Look how close that flag is to the doorstep. Uneasy trying to get the kill. It's great shots, though, as they fly in. That flag about to be capped. Take a look. I believe they're going to see a return from Pinkerbell. Looks like, yes, indeed. Great return from her. We'll go over to her POV as she is also now pulling with her team.
Huge misplay there by Pinkerbell, though. You need to be able to run the flag bottom middle without air there. Every step, every second counts, and they may not be able to score this flag because of it.
Yep, Diablos is going to pick up that return, just like you said. That one's too easy, but both flags back at home, so still tied up 0-0 the first 3 minutes of this game. Going to fly off. Engaging a player here on car 3, 2 players there, so we'll have to stay tight against these shields. Lots of top middle control from both these teams, Clutch.
I was just about to point that out. You see this Dogma team really focusing on having 2 players top middle. It's not really an orthodox thing you see out of American teams or even Australian, but it hasn't worked out in their favor, but I do like the idea of having those angles from top mid.
With that Sugar D with that camo who tries to get a sneaky pull. Let's go over to his POV as he's trying to make something happen here. He does have the camo still, going to toss pink 1. Looks like lots of help on pink side, so if he's able to get away here, they may be able to bring this one in.
I love what he did. He pulled the flag, once again threw it out, got a kill, and then continued to run it. He's going to get his team the first cap of the game. Great play by Sugar.
Yes, indeed. Great use of that camo. You'll see it's a stealth cap as well. He will fall, but now let's go over to the teammate Zion. No, he will fall. So now over to Zatan for the first time in the game. He's going to be pushing out. That flag was scored. So right now just trying to make sure he clears out a player underneath the base, but no, Cosmic wins that battle as well. Flag being ran, as you see, as that's going to be ran out right now by Cappy as we go over to his POV. He brings that
that in, and they answer right back.
An unbelievable counter cap by Dogma right there. They spawned car, immediately overextended car side once again, but this time it resulted in a flag cap because they were able to block the car spawns and run it back towards their base.
Yep, Cappy now once again locking down the pink side. You know that camo is going to be soon, so we're going to keep an eye on that timer as well. Sugar D was the player that was able to grab that as we now go over to Diablos, engaging here on the bubble. Wants to stay alive in the base, cannot though. So Zion does pick up that kill, back over to Zion's POV in the bubble.
Yeah, I want to see him stay alive here as well.
Oh
Does
my.
get good damage on him. That's a huge trade. He's just distracting Dogma while his team gets control of pink and top middle like you see right now. This new camo should be up.
Yep, looks like it was just grabbed, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go ahead and take a look across to see exactly who grabbed that. It's actually going to be Pinkerbell. We'll go on board with her POV as she has potential to certainly strike here, able to pick up a kill on uneasy. Also has Zion here. They're going to want to engage the last player at Needle. That's Diablo, the last player up at pink 2. Great team shots coming in. She will stay alive, and the flag run will continue. That will come in, a cleaned up kill from Sugar. Take a look at this as they try to bring this pink one. They might need to slay a bit more to cap this.
Yeah, they're going to need to kill the flag guy that just got the pull. And we were talking about Pinkerbell being nervous, and I saw her challenge that guy Pink 2, completely no shields with camo. That shows no signs of nerves. That shows complete confidence. You see her getting the return here.
Look at that, perfect timing on the return. Looks like that's going to be Cap. Let's go ahead and see. I think it's Sugar D who's going to bring that in. Yes, indeed. They go up 2-1. So, gosh, both teams using very effective camo to score back-to-back caps. However, Terra Soldier's going to be the one that strikes twice. They're up 2-1.
Absolutely unbelievable play by Pinkerbell there. It got her team the lead in this game, showing no signs of nerves. Love what I'm seeing out of her so far.
Really strong camo grab, pull, like you said, the challenge on Pink 2 as the last player alive. They're able to continue that run. Also rushes the return with camo, textbook play. And look at this, they want to strike again. They want to end this game right here, right now. Don't even need the team shot. Cosmic takes down Zatan. They're flying here on Pink 1 as they're able to bring this back home. Look at this angle, trying to get up to the sneaky. It looks like they're going to be able to bring this home. Going to tee up the ground pound. No, the flag is away, so they're going to have to slow down just a bit.
Yeah, you see a great job by Sugar there, taking a page out of Optic's book, blocking the underneath spawns, then going up under the base, getting a kill, then pulling the flag. Great job by him. Now it's turned the game into a stalemate.
And now they're going to slow down just a bit, but that flag is looks like return, so we'll go ahead and see if there's going to be a return there as we go back over to Zatan's POV on the screen. They're going to pull that in. Yes, indeed, we are tied 2-2 here, folks, in game number 1 of the tournament on the main stage. Next flag will win.
That's the second time we've seen Dogma overextend car side, pull the flag car side, and end up getting a cap because of it. I love what I'm seeing out of them, countering Terra Soldier's game right here.
Yep, Cosmic now flying in, does find a player. That's going to be there's Zatan. He will fall, however, though, almost immediately out of a fantastic team shot. So over at teammate Zion, looks like he actually will get a kill. So now onto his POV, but he will fall as well. So now back over to Cosmic here, up on car 3, once again going for some top mid control.
Dogma is going to have control of the camo. It does get taken out, though, without being able to do any damage. Great job by Terra Soldier, neutralizing that camo. We've seen it do so much damage so far in this game.
And looks like team shots coming from top mid once again, so Cosmic proving that this top mid position is not only so valuable, but also a continued priority for Dogma BR. Going to challenge Zatan. Looks like shots are going to be coming in from his teammate Zion to clean up another player, so still a man advantage here, but great pressure against him. He's not really able to do too much.
Once again, Terra Soldier's doing a fantastic job controlling top middle, getting good angles. I want to see them be able to pull the fly pink here.
Yes, indeed. Now going to swing back over. Has not left top mid or top car in the last about minute and a half. A pretty long stint up here as they're trying to get the kill. They've already got the first pick, and that'll be 2. A double for Cosmic. Immediately swings to pink side, but he will fall from Zatan. However, the flag is being ran by Sugar D.
Yeah, the damage is done by Cosmic. He's able to pick up the double. His teammates need to get a few kills here if they expect to score this flag.
Somehow Pinkerbell stays alive here on the car side. She's going to try to get a touch, but she's surrounded. She gets taken down as well. So now Diablo, I believe, is getting that return. I think, no, not just yet. Leaves it for a teammate. The flag will be returned. So now Dogma BR is going to look to strike here as well.
Yeah, and once again, we're seeing Dogma try and push inside the car side of the map. They've been successful twice so far through this game, getting 2 caps. Will they be able to get the third and end this game?
And look at this flank from Zion going pretty far all the way over to his opponent's pink street. Now up on their pink 3. That's going to allow him to get angles just like this against Diablo's. Team shots come in from pink 1 as well. If they can pick up this kill, they'll be primed and ready for another cap.
Yeah, he's got to go straight for the flag here. They're going to be spawning car. He knows this. I just want to see him pull the flag immediately and throw it out.
He's able to get that toss just like you said, Clutch. Somehow also stays alive in the base. So another flag stalemate occurring here. Cappy's actually trying to bring the flag in. Right now, they're going to be rushing the return, playing pretty aggressive as we'll go over to Cappy's POV, I believe. Yes, still has the flag out. He's waiting for that return. Bottom mid, should it come in? Teammates are jumping on it. They're pouncing, waiting for it. Take a look. There's going to be one left. No, they don't get the return. Yes, it does get back. Still has a captain. Oh, somehow they get a touch, so staying on board here with Cappy. Looks like teammates are falling. They're rushing the return. They're not able to pick it up just yet.
Cappy needs to get an angle on this flag. It's bottom middle. He can be doing damage this entire time instead of sitting in the back of his base. He's just now getting shots, but he ends up getting flanked. And now you're going to see Terra Soldiers with the return.
Look at that double, almost a triple there. Look, they're going to be bringing this in, I do believe. Let's go over to Pinkerbell. She has the game in her hands. She's going to be able to bring this one in. And yes, indeed. Take a look at that. Dogma BR falls. Terra Soldiers are going to be the team to strike first in game number 1.
Absolutely unbelievable counter cap. You saw at the end there. They were able to get the last second pull before they were bringing it in car, and they just kept contesting the flag bottom middle. It almost got returned to about a millisecond, but Terra Soldiers ended up getting the touch, staying alive, and capping the flag.
My, oh my, taking a look there. Pull up those stats in just a second, and I was sure, and you know that the guys on Dogma BR were sure as well. Cappy thought that return was coming in. And if last second, somehow a big touch from Terra Soldiers. Last second, bottom middle, like you said, they could have been doing damage. Instead, he was waiting for the return. Could have been front base, he could have been bottom base. A lot of different angles they could have taken, but in the end, look at we're taking a look at Pinkerbell laughing that one off, as if she had any nerves, they must have been flying in the last moments of that match.
Yeah, I think they're long gone. And a huge game by her, making just a few individual plays that solidified her team. 2 different caps, and all you needed was 3. Great game. If she says she's nervous, I don't believe a second that she's saying that, because unbelievable first game to start her tournament off.
Yeah, we're taking a look at the stats here. We're looking at specifically, really impressed with what I'm seeing on Terra Soldier is going to be Suga HCS 14, 14, and 14. Pinkerbell, though, 17 and 15. The standout player is Cosmic, 23 and 16 from him. Zion also with 19 and 14. So all around, some great numbers.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to point out is Terra Soldier's ability to just control top middle. I mean, Cosmic was up there the majority of the game, and you see his stats showing what a power position can do on a map like Truth Flag.
Yeah, on the other side, looking at any standout performers, it's going to be uneasy. He goes 20 and 16. I believe the only player on his team to go positive. So looking for Uneasy to continue to step it up through this series if he wants to keep his team in it. Keep in mind, on the other side of Dogma BR, they lost that flag, you know, less than a second difference on that return. They would have won that game, so they need to keep their heads in the match.
Right, it makes you really think about what would have happened if Cappy was looking out the front of his window at the flag that was bottom middle. His team probably would have won that game. I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but it's little mistakes like that that are going to cost you a series at a tournament.
You saw him thrust kind of back left, expecting that return to come in. Didn't. Tries to go over the flag stand again and did not realize that they had gotten a last-second touch on the side of Terra Soldiers. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Satan who gets the double, pushes in to try to get the kill as well on the bottom player. If you're getting a player with a double kill during a flag standoff, it's almost a guaranteed cap, and they were able to swing away with it.
Right, but the player for Terra Soldiers got a free kill on the flag guy because he got flanked. Cappy ended up being flanked when he was under the base.
That's right. Now, as we'll go ahead and take a look at the stats in just a second. Apologies for that, but my oh my, you got fantastic work from the side of Terra Soldiers.
All right, so back here again as we get ready to go into game number 2. What a run there from Terra Soldiers. I do agree. The top middle control was just very impressive from them, and I think that Dogma, I think they got a little too ambitious, honestly. They thought that there were numerous times where they had control. They just needed to wait for the nades to come through and then push. And I did notice that on both sides. So I noticed on both ends you had players oftentimes just trying to charge after the flag instead of thinking about like where players are going to be and then where those nades are going to be positioned. And that did cause them a couple of caps a few times.
Right, very specifically there at the end. You just hit the nail on the head there. You see that flag bottom middle. All you need to do is just get the return to get that first win. And they just desperate it so much. And that can happen at a tournament when communications are so hectic. You're not really sure how many are alive, how many are dead, but you know you need the return. They got to keep their heads in the game and stay calm and collected if they expect to win this series.
Yeah, especially heading into this game too. Slayer on the rig. that's a great opportunity for the guys on Dogma BR to really slow things down in the series. If we were going straight into a bit of a faster Slayer, say something like Regret, I'd be a little concerned because that's a game type that plays a lot like the speed of CTF Truth. But on the side of Dogma BR, Slayer on the rig gives them a chance to slow the series down, really get control, and tie it up.
Right, you saw Dogma BR really playing an unorthodox style, really focusing on car control and overextending car side and pulling the fight back towards their bubble.
Right.
And you saw Terra Soldiers playing more of a stereotypical NA style of CTF Truth, where you get control of pink, you get control of top middle, and then you run it pink. Pretty textbook from them. And Dogma, yeah, it did work out twice. It almost worked out 3 times and probably would have if your flag guy had been looking bottom middle there at the end.
It's true. It's true. So what a series of events for them, Terra Soldiers, to close out that game number 1, GB.
Also, I do want to give credit to Cosmic, 59.3 on his accuracy. Very good stuff from him. On the other side, Uneasy with 58.5. But now we're going to get ready for the Rig Slayer, game number 2. Can Terra be able to get themselves 2 in a row here, or will Dogma manage to fight back? Gentlemen, I'll let you guys take it from here.
All right, loading into game number 2, Slayer on the rig. We're going to kick things off with Zion. Big plays from him towards the end of that game to make sure the Terra Soldiers closed out a nail-biter, Truth CTF. But game number 2 is going to be a little bit different. Slayer on the rig. You've got an asymmetrical map here. We're jumping in right now. As these teams are going to head out E2 right away, trying to get some shots, but nades coming in early. Looks like pre-nades coming in from the outside, so going to put his eyes on Nest momentarily off screen. We're also taking a look at Camo to see exactly where that goes, and that actually went already to Sugar D. So as he falls, we'll go over to the side of Sugar D. Still alive with his Camo, tied 2-2 off the break.
Yeah, Dogma was able to get both power weapons, and because of it, the scatter shot guy takes out the Camo guy just like that without being able to do any damage. Great job by Dogma there, being able to neutralize the Camo guy.
Yeah, that was going to be Zatan. It looks like also they did have sniper rifle as well. It will fall momentarily, so still has the scatter shot. Great nade, actually gets a Hail Mary on a different player with that nade somehow as he's fallen. We're going to stay on board with Zatan through this respawn momentarily, but I do want to go also to the player that also starts with another Z. That's going to be Zion with the sniper rifle, so we'll switch over to him now as their team is down by 2. He's got the sniper in back bunker. Here's an opportunity for them to get some picks.
Yeah, and I'm really looking at Zion to take his team to the next level, get them this second win using the starting snipe. And whenever I'm overseas or like watching European or Australian Halo, something that always sticks out to me is the individual skill with the snipe is always there. It might not be there with the pistol so much, but they're always crazy snipes.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the Mexico scene to continue to have something along those lines.
Yeah, absolutely. Does not hit a shot. E2 will hit that second one, though. Gets cleaned up by his teammate Cosmic. So they'll stay pretty close in this game, making sure to check E1. They're down 6-11. This is not really where you want to be with the sniper rifle, right? You want when you're down by a few kills. But he is able to pick up that headshot as well, too. The pleasure of the crowd. They're only down by a few here. They're going to reset, get ready for the next camo.
Yeah, he did a great job there, just staying alive, waiting for his teammates to spawn with him back bunker, and then they push top rail. They need to stay on the inside of the map for this next camo, as you just brought up.
Yep, camo in 10 seconds, so we're going to be keeping an eye on all 8 screens here to see exactly where that might fall. They're down by 5, keeping an eye there on E1. They know the pressure is going to come from basement nest to E1 side. Lots of pressure on this camo. Camo's up in 2 seconds, so watch it popping on your screen any moment as that's going to drop. There it is. Looks like it's going to be Diablos who flies in and gets the burn, so it's a great burn from Diablos.
Absolutely. Good burn by Diablos, but also good job by Terra, not forcing the camo, not giving up a bunch of deaths in map control, and you see him getting the new scatter shot, putting the snipe on spawn. Great job by Zion there, controlling the map.
Looks like they still have players around E2 as they're going to push it, so a little bit of a spread as you see players also kind of pushing from mid-hall as well. Right there, those shots are coming in, so still a 3-kill game. I got to give credit to Terra for staying in this one throughout those last minutes, and still has a scatter shot to boot, trying to bounce some shots off the wall. Will pick up that kill as well. That's a killing spree for Zion.
Yeah, he did a great job just rotating throughout the map, finishing his teammates' kills there. Really good job. But now we have that snipe coming up, and once again, you got to see this Terra Soldiers team go for it if they expect to hold this lead.
Yep, she's going to pick up that kill, somehow stays alive, but will fall there. So now back over to Diablos on Dogma BR. By the way, we will get that fixed there. We saw Pinkerbell's team listed there as Dogma BR. She, of course, is on the Terra Soldiers side. 18-15 now on the side of Dogma BR. They're once again kind of in the back spot here in back bunker, and just going to slow it down a bit once again. Next camo isn't for a while, though, so they're going to need to play a few more Slay rotations before they are able to push out of here.
Yeah, Dogma knows that Terra Soldiers has the snipe. They're trying to limit the deaths but contain the inside of control of the map. They do have the scatter shot. I want to see that scatter shot push up and have a better angle to be able to use it in case Terra Soldiers is able to push here.
All right, now going to go over to Zatan here on the side. We'll get those pips fixed for you, by the way. The player cameras there out for just a moment. Don't worry, we assure you they are still on the stage. They're still playing Halo, as you see, 20-18, up by 2 kills. Now 1 kill, so man, Terra Soldiers really at the heels of Dogma BR. If they thought this game 2 was going to be an easy win, it has been anything but.
Yeah, we're seeing a really good job by Dogma here, controlling the inside of the map. You have the camo coming up 10 seconds from now. They need to continue to control the inside of the map and get this camo and build a lead to take this game and tie the series up.
Yep, camo in just about 3 seconds. You'll see they have a teammate there. Camo has just popped. I do believe they have Diablos who's going to pick up that camo. So let's go ahead and see exactly what he's going to do with this power up. They're up by 4 now. They're looking to run away with the lead. This will be their biggest lead in a while.
You see he's spotted here. I just want to see him try and stay alive. Does find the snipe.
Trying to look like teammate might have grabbed it, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what the case was. Yes, Uneasy is able to grab that. So interesting decision there, Clutch. What do you think about that? Diversifying across your team with camo and sniper, or would you prefer to have that sniper have the camo?
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of giving it to your teammate because at this situation, you can be aggressive with the camo and be baited by your sniper. And that way you have two power weapons in separate hands are better than one power or both power weapons being in the same hand. We can't all be T-squared. We just got to share.
It's true. 26-21 now up by 5. Starting to extend their lead by just a bit. Great team shots come in there from Cappy and Diablos to take out the player there. It's going to be Cosmic who falls. They're still up by 6. And if they play at this pace, Clutch, we should see them take this game.
Yeah, Dogma did a really interesting thing there. They had the camera. They had the snipe. They opted to not play aggressive, but just control the inside of the map. They've been able to gain a 6-kill lead here. I mean, if it works, it works. And you're seeing them just continuously be a nuisance in this white corner.
Yeah, Sugar, though, getting scattershot kills off screen. He's going to try to fly in as well, so that's going to be a double for him. So lots of kills being exchanged, but still a 6-kill lead as we go over to Pinkabell's screen, which she has fallen as well, though. So now over to Sugar D off the respawn, and 24-31, Dogma BR starting to pull away.
Yeah, if you're Terra Soldiers here, you really need to focus on this next camo and next snipe coming up. You cannot afford to be giving up power weapons to Dogma. They've been doing way too much damage. They need to stay alive, slow it down, and focus on getting this new snipe coming up in 10 seconds.
That's an untimely reload for Sugar D, as he certainly had the upper hand in that battle from Nest into Hall, but now waiting for this sniper to pop. And his second sniper is up. Camo's up in 10 seconds, so they're going to try to swing this over to get an angle if they can.
Yeah, you see Terra Soldier picking up 2 kills here, rushing the inside of the map, huge no-scope.
Look at this kill. Challenges, he will fall, though, so we got to find out exactly what happened to Camo. It's going to go in the hands of Pinkerbell, so look at this. Down by 5, she's got a chance to bring this back. No, and somehow gets a trade. It's a huge, huge job from Uneasy to make sure he trades with Camo.
Right, Dogma BR has done so much damage with the camo throughout this game. That was Terra Soldier's opportunity to counter it, come back with their own camo play, but Dogma said no, we're shutting it down. They end up trading kills. Huge trade by Dogma BR there.
We're going to try to get an angle here on this player E1, who's going to desperately try to get away. They're down by 6 now, as you see Cosmic trying to make something happen here. Apologies once again. Cosmic is on that Terra Soldier squad, not Dogma BR, as your screen says. We'll make sure the guys in the back are updating the teams as well. But now down by 4, man, Terra Soldiers can certainly bring this game back.
Yeah, they're only down 3 now. They have control of the map. Once again, they need to slow it down. They have a sniper just sitting in the back, doing exactly what it should be, getting angles. They need to distract, stay alive, and we're looking for Terra Soldiers to come back in this game.
Yeah, look at this, only down by 3. Camo's up in 1 minute. So what happens with this sniper and the few bullets that are left and this next camo is certainly going to decide how this all plays out. Now they're down by 4. As Sugar D does fall, they're going to need to be really careful how they're trading those deaths.
Right, Terra Soldiers has nobody on the snipe side of the map right now. He's having to watch his own engine. I really don't like that. I want to see a teammate come over so he's not forced to watch this underneath angle.
He has to continually drop down E1 and watch, make sure no one's flanking around. Just like you said, it's an interesting team composition, one that you would not necessarily expect. It limits how free he could be with that sniper rifle.
You see a lot of teams like to push the rail side of the map. Huge kills by them once again.
Oh
baby, Cosmic. It doesn't matter if he's watching engine side. He can do it. He can no-scope anybody that's coming his way.
Puts on a one-man show. Now they're only down by 1 kill. Camo in 15 seconds. We have another nail-biter in Game 2 between Terra Soldiers and Dogma BR.
I really want to see him back up go up the rail street and get an angle on this new camo coming up.
Right here now, take a look. Camo's going to be dropping any second, but about 2 seconds, so you're going to see some eyes swinging over here. Tries to get an angle, checks nest, finds a player, gets the pick. That's the killing spree, goes for the second. Does not hit that, but now let's go ahead and take a look to see exactly how this all unfolds. Bottom middle looks like that will be, I believe, a camo grab for Diablos, if I'm not mistaken. So Pinkerbell forces the burn. We're tied up 40-40. She's got 3 shots in the scatter as well.
Great job by Pinkerbell making Dogma burn the camo. They were able to take her out with camo last time. She says, I'm going to take the camo guy out.
No,
but she does end up dying with scatter. That's a huge kill.
That's huge. She Spartan charges into a grenade. Quite unfortunate for her, but Satan will get traded with Suga as well. So now over to Suga D, tied up 41-41. Neither of these two squads giving each other any room at all. 3 minutes left, but we likely will see this game end before that. Pops up with a cheeky scatter over to E1. He's almost certainly going to fall here, but Cappy will kill Suga. I believe he will stay alive. E1 somehow now 42-42.
Dogma does not have to push the inside of the map. They're not pushing for anything. They don't have a snipe on the inside. The new snipe just came out. It's outside the map. Camo's not for a whole nother minute. They can sit on the outside here with their sniper and not feel pressured and build this lead with the snipe.
Yep, 43-42. Uneasy does have the sniper rifle, so I do want to go over to his POV as he has that in hand. They're up by 1. This sniper rifle can certainly determine the game. Hits the shot all the way in the back of E2. Immediately swings, head on a swivel to check if anyone's pushing from tower. The answer is no. They're up by 2 here, 44-42.
Right, Dogma needs to find a strategy about how they're going to go for this camo or force Terra to burn it. I want to see Uneasy take this snipe and get an angle on this next camo coming up.
It's a big double kill from Suga off screen there. Just like you said, they don't need to be pushing E2. There's no reason to have players flying there. Now we're tied 45-45 due to some careless pushes from Dogma BR, but camo's coming up right here in 22 seconds.
Right, they had so much time before this next camo was coming up. They had no reason to be pushing there, and they ended up giving up 3 free kills. Now they're pressured to find out how do they want to push for this camo with limited time.
It looks like that, just like that. Uneasy tries to get an angle on tower 2, immediately shut down. So Camo keeping an eye on it. It's up in 5 seconds. So going to take a look at who has an eye on Camo. I'm going to go right here over to Pinkerbell's screen as she is right around Camo. She's going to pop that down. Let's see if she can grab it. This would be huge. She gets a clean Camo. How is she getting this Camo so clean?
Dogma has no angles on it because they died before the camo came up. Now she's picking up easy kills.
Look at this now, 48-45. She's going to get the 49th. Will they be able to close this out? Such strong late game from Terra Soldiers.
Yeah, Pinkerbell making an unbelievable flank with the camo. I want to see her just slow play this. There's no reason to just force your death. Great job by Terra Soldiers to come back in that game, finish strong, make a couple plays, get the last 2 camos, and because of it, they end up taking game 2.
Right now I'm taking a look at these stats. Suga D ends the game with a killing spree. So being down 45-42 and you win the game on a killing spree, huge plays from Suga D. He and the squad totally cleaned out the map, allowed Pinkerbell to swoop for that last camo, and once again, it's a very strong late game from Terra Soldiers.
Right, Dogma had a poor push to the middle of the map way too early before camo was coming up, and because of it, the 3 of them died. The sniper was sitting on the outside by himself, and they didn't have enough time to spawn and then make another push for the camo.
That's right. Once again, we saw a very consistent game from them as they're able to pull that off. But, man, I'm loving this series between these two teams. Tied all the way till the 40 mark. But you had Dogma BR. It's unfortunate. They were leading for so much of the game.
Yeah, Dogma really in another position to take the game. Honestly, if you're on the side of Dogma BR right now, you're saying we could be up 2-0 with 2 minor mistakes. You find yourself down 0-2 in a best of 5. I mean, no more mistakes from here on out, or you're going to the elimination bracket.
That's right. Look at Suga there on his stats, 15 and 12, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go ahead and take a look once again. 15, 12, and 12. But the bigger stat is that killing spree. You see that medal. Amazing stuff from him. Here we were at the break. Look at Terra Soldiers. They're down for so much of this game.
Dogma had the lead for the entire game up until they stopped controlling the camo and the snipe. You saw Terra Soldiers get a few of the last power weapons, and because of it, they were able to climb back and then make just 1 or 2 plays at the very end that got them the win.
And look at this. I mean, throughout the whole game, I mean, a 5-kill lead here. I believe, look, a 6-kill lead momentarily for Dogma BR. It's just like you said, Clutch. On the side of Dogma, they've got to be thinking, gosh, we could be easily winning this series 2-0. This could have been an easy 3-0.
That was a turning point, though, honestly, when Suga was able to get that big kill there, and then they were able to keep it going. Cosmic on the snipe, holding it down again. And honestly, I think this was it right here. This was the turning point that we had saw earlier.
Right here
so
as well.
impressive stuff. Just brought them back in, tied it up again, and then this is when things started to get a little confusing, because while they did have snipe control and they are managing to take some shots off, it was weird that they didn't collapse on that camo. They had the opportunity to.
And they sent 2 players E2 like 20 seconds before. You can't do that.
The problem was is that they tried to push too early for the camo, ended up dying, and didn't have time to spawn and get back in position to get an angle on that camo. So Terra Soldiers ended up getting not only 3 kills, but getting a camo for free. I mean, at the end of the game
there's no point in a rig game where Pinkerbell should be getting the camo as easy as she did. And to have that happen in the last 10 kills of the match is unacceptable for Dogma. But man, Sugar D, like we didn't talk about it enough. Cosmic though, his mid-game sniping, like you said, Golden Boy, was on fire as well. He went 14, 8, and 13.
Yeah, it was just really well done, and honestly, if you're Dogma, you're kicking yourselves because you had game 1 and game 2 potentially locked down, and then you end up just giving it up at the last moment there. Even in that true CTF game, when they weren't patient with their pulls and instead just getting bombarded by grenades because they just weren't waiting. And I don't know, I mean, I'd expected Dogma, to try and shine here, but hey, keep in mind though that the top seed is going to be the Terra Soldiers. And they're showing it here, able to come out in the clutch and win those games when they matter.
All right, speaking in the clutch, Wes, next game is Stronghold Plaza. That's a pretty darn demanding game type. But if I look at how they've played so far, Dogma VR, they have a really strong mid game. And in a Stronghold, that means a lot, right? This is the game type they could easily take and then look ahead in the series.
Yeah, my biggest fear for Dogma here is that it ends up going down to the last minute, because we've seen them twice in a position to capitalize, and twice now they panicked. And it happens at tournaments, especially at the biggest tournament you probably played in your whole life, in the first series. I mean, this is something that's going to happen to them. Their adrenaline's rushing, but they have to be more collected if they expect to come back in this series.
Certainly.
Yeah, and keep in mind, if you want to qualify for the Halo World Championship, only 1 spot up for grabs. You can't make those kinds of mistakes, especially given the pedigree of players that are going to be awaiting them in Seattle. So Dogma, they're going to be down in this series 2-0, but the Terra Soldiers, being led by some incredible plays from Suga, they're looking to take this one and close it out, end it, be able to walk out into the next round with relative ease with a 3-0. And there you see, if you're just joining us here, Terra Soldiers started it off. Actually, both teams really in a great first matchup. CTF Truth that ended 3-2. And then again, we saw it happen where Terra Soldiers able to come out in the clutch once again, 50-45. And now we're going to be making our way to Strongholds on Plaza. It is time to get into the game. Let's see if the Terra Soldiers can close it out, or can Dogma force a game 4. Bravo, Clutch, over to you.
All right, here we go, folks. Game number 3, Terra Soldiers looking strong with their late game performances, but Dogma BR needs to answer back to keep their winner's bracket run alive. It was such an amazing performance from the squad of Terra Soldiers towards the end of that game. And I want to kick things off with Suga D here. He's going to try to get an angle right away on top middle, engaging Cafe. Crowd excited about this game number 3 here. He's going to fly right up top. It looks like there was a power-up grab, though, off screen. So it's going to be teammate Zion who gets the camo.
Yeah, once again, Terra Soldiers with a strong start, able to get the camo. If Dogma has any chance to win this game and come back in the series, they have to start controlling the power-ups.
One thing I got to point out at the end of that game, as I was looking at the kill feed, Suga D, as you saw his run, killing spree at the end, remember, don't forget, we had Dogma BR up 45-42. They lost 50-45. That's an 8-kill run the Terra Soldiers did. So if they put up a similar performance in this game, this could be quick work for them.
Yeah, and 5 of those kills went from Suga onto that team. An unbelievable start and finish by him in these last 2 games.
Look at that, Zion making it look easy. Picks up the perfect kill as well. He's going to now find a player in Hotel. He's got lots of help. Look at this, from top yellow as well as Snipe. So that kill's going to be cleaned up before he can even get there, applying some light pressure to Cafe and Flowers as well.
Great job by Zion there to back down, just bait his team. He has complete control of the map right now. He has no reason to be pushing that guy in blue. They're trapped in blue right now, and they have to go back to Plaza, or they're going to try and take Yard. And I mean, he's just doing a good job of holding this bottom blue and just being a distraction, picking off kills, doing good damage, but not forcing anything to where he's overextending.
This reminds me a lot of how Elamite Butters, Sims, and myself played in the Orlando Caster match against strong side Walsh. I don't even remember the names of the other guys. It was way too easy. But here we are now about to hit the 20 mark for Terra Soldiers. And Clutch, we've talked about how Terra Soldiers is playing textbook Halo in a lot of these games. This is no exception.
And a huge blunder by Dogma. They're not being able to finish up Zion. And now you see him pick up a kill top yellow and finish another kill bottom middle. I mean, Zion's yet to die since we've had it on his screen, and he's just doing an excellent job of anchoring this blue side of the map.
Yep, staying alive. He's 4-0 right now with 2 assists, so that's great numbers for the early portion of this game. Look at this, just sits on garbage truck and waits for players to flood over. Dogma BR really needs to be careful. They need to make sure they're getting picks before they make plays like that.
I mean, this new camo's coming up, and Zion's been sitting this bottom blue for almost 2 minutes now, and Dogma's yet to finish him. He continuously is picking up kills. People not looking at him. It makes you really think about what Dogma's communication is.
Yeah, and off screen, got to say once again, Tinkerbell getting some shots this time, so she at least gets challenged a bit, but she picks up another power-up, and she tries to stay alive with the camo. She's able to do it. Look at this. They're about to hit a 40-point run with camo in hand as well.
And once again, Dogma not able to finish the kill on the no-shield player and being punished because of it. I cannot express how chaotic Dogma's communication has to be right now that these one-shots aren't being finished.
Look at this, Tinkerbell staying alive somehow with her teammates. Look at this, and such good baiting and switching all around from every member of the team. They try to fly into Nest from Cafe, and immediately Terra Soldier says no.
Yeah, we're seeing an unbelievable job by Terra, just swarming on each of the strongholds that they're trying to push here, finishing each other's kills, doing an unbelievable job. They find themselves up 50-0.
I think we're seeing Dogma BR get a little careless, right? Their pushes were not working at a yard, so they just started to try and throw 4 players at Nest. That didn't work either. Tinkerbell tries to stay alive, finally dies from loop though, so we'll go over to the other side. I think for the first time in the game, we're on the side of Dogma BR as they have yet to put a single point on the board.
Yeah, it's been really hectic for them the entire time, and it makes you think that their communications right now are the exact same that they've been in the last
couple minutes. Sugar coming in with the big assassination, tries to stay alive, and he gets the triple kill bottom middle to defend this and maintain the 60-point run, starting it off with an assassination as well, making it look too easy, picks up that kill as well. Sugar D is not messing around this series.
Sugar D has brought the heat to this tournament, and I absolutely love what I'm seeing out of him in these first 3 games.
Look at this, oh my heavens, another killing spree for Sugar D, and I was almost positive we were finally going to see Dogma BR put some points on the board, but he single-handedly pushes in bottom middle, gets a triple, and stops the rush as we now go over to Diabolus on the side of Dogma BR. No, but nope, he will fall as well. So over to Cosmic, who picks up a double, and my, oh my, Terra Soldiers looking just as strong, even stronger than they have in the first 2 matches.
And once again, we're seeing Terra Soldiers' teamwork just overcome anything that Dogma BR can throw at them. They can't get 4 up, and they can't construct a push because Terra Soldiers their communication's too good, their setup is too strong, and they haven't been broken since.
Cosmic will finally fall, so over to Tinkerbell, who has an S4 angle. Let's see if she decides to drop bottom middle. Might not. We'll see if she tries to go for the defense. Actually decides not to, so for the first time, Dogma BR will put 1 point on the board. Now we'll see if they're able to push here into Nest.
Yeah, this is going to be Dogma BR's final stand. This is going to be their opportunity to get control of the hill, but he challenges the guy bottom middle and ends up not even going for Nest there. Huge blunder once again by Dogma, and you see Sugar D once again picking up kills, holding snipes on the map. I love what he did there. He didn't go straight for bottom middle when he picked up that kill. He made sure his team controlled Nest, and now you're going to look for them to slay out and then get control of bottom middle.
Look at this now, challenging Cafe as well. Some points still going on the board for the side of Dogma BR, but no panic from the side of Terra Soldiers. And look at this, the confidence here with the long-range Spartan charge there. Take a look at Cosmic now, who's trying to fight bottom middle. He may fall as well, though no, picks up 1 kill, but eventually he will get taken down. So Dogma BR surprising us and putting up here 20 points on the board. A minute ago, it didn't look like that was that likely.
Yeah, you're not seeing any panic out of Terra Soldiers here, though. You're seeing them take their time for kills. Yeah, they don't have control, but they have such a huge lead that they've built up this entire game. Dogma BR is going to have to get a trip cap and hold it for a very long time if they want to win this game.
Yep, nades coming in from Glass, so Dogma BR now showing good signs of life. As like you said, the trip cap in effect for just a second, but they're going to maintain these points on the board and continue scoring, and they're going to now, looks like, try to push yard, maybe even go for another trip. Oh my, that's a shotgun in the hands of Cosmic. That's not what you want to run into in Cafe.
Yeah, but they do end up getting the trip cap, and this is exactly Dogma's this is their chance. This is their opportunity to come back in this game, but they're going to have to stop the bottom mid hill because you know Terra Soldiers is going to be swarming it after getting nest control.
And that's a great job by Cosmic there. He's able to back down from the player on Prius, finds a second. So that double looks like a third player on Driveway. They're going to get bottom mid here. They should be able to do it as long as they're watching LR and top yellow.
Yeah, Cosmic still controlling the shotgun, and it really all goes back to that one kill he got back in blue. He picked up the kill when he was no shields with the shotgun, able to stay alive and control the little bit of the map that he was, and now they have control back of the map and look to take this game.
And that's actually going to be a Dogma camo grab, by the way, off screen. That's Cappy, who does have that camo, so we're going to keep an eye on exactly where he was. He brought that camo to yard, but he will actually fall, so they will continue scoring here. We got to point out here, great eye from Golden Boy. Sugar D right now has 25 kills in this match. The next closest is Uneasy with 20, but my oh my, putting on a show for his squad.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed with the entire Terra Soldier squad. You say Sugar D has 25 kills, but every single kill I've seen him pick up has been on a guy that's weak or has been on a team shot. And it just goes to show you that Terra Soldiers has an idea of how they want to play this game, and they're implementing that strategy to a T.
It feels like they're always one step ahead. Sugar D, right, always has a flank on player loop. He always knows exactly where those players are going to be coming from, picking up light rifle kills as well. So they only need 7 more points on the board. Desperately trying to get an angle on that player in the nest. Looks like he will not be able to. And some good pressure here still from Dogma BR. Look at this, a trip cap at the 53 mark.
Yeah, Dogma BR able to get a trip cap throughout all the chaos. It's okay if they give up yard here. I want to see them play for 2 and then push yard once they can get all 4 alive and stay alive. But if they try to overextend and they try to hold all 3, they're going to end up overextending and dying and losing this game.
Look at the confidence out of Sugar D there. Just flies right up poster stairs. He's able to try to pick up the first kill. Goes for the second one as well. He knows there's players down here. Does he pick up? No, that stick not connecting. However, will do some damage. He'll eventually fall, but it's still a trip cap for the side of Dogma BR, and they're trying to get back in this.
Yeah, great job by Dogma BR. Able to hold the trip cap throughout all that chaos once again. They need to control nest. They need to give up yard, swarm nest here, and control the inside of the map for this next game out.
And what a comeback. It would be a heartbreaker for the side of Terra Soldiers. But Dogma BR looking so strong, surprisingly, in the late game, which is the complete opposite of the story that we saw through this whole series. Look at that. They pick up another 2 kills. They could claw their way back in this, but no. Looks like just as quick as the enemy team is scoring, they'll steal that back as well in nest.
Dogma did a great job giving up bottom middle and going for snipe there. They traded it out, but now they're going to end up losing snipe, and this could cost them the game if they're not able to push it.
And look at this, Tinkerbell already in nest. She's trying to convert that. They're able to, now only needing 5 more points here. Cosmic is going to try to sneak into S4. Bounces off the ledge, but not a problem. Seeing if any pressure is going to come in. Looks like bottom mid and nest are safe.
Yeah, you're seeing Cosmic sway back and forth in the chair. He knows his team has the victory. He knows his team is moving on. 3-0 for their first series of the tournament. Unbelievable start for Terra Soldiers.
What a strong opening as we take a look at the kills on the board. It looks like it's actually 69-50 in favor of Terra Soldiers, so they maintain their slaying dominance.
Yeah, Terra Soldiers' teamwork and slaying dominance, individual skill really just showed out there. You had Sugar D dropping plus 25 kills. I mean, that's unheard of. And that's exactly what I was talking about, what I wanted to see out of individual players coming into Mexico City, not knowing much about the scene at all. I want to see individual performances such as Sugar D's in that game that stick out and give me something to remember.
29, 12, and 10 from him. Truly amazing numbers in that game right there.
Here are the stats. We got ourselves,
Looks like an early rage quit there. Early rage quit there from Diablos, but
feels bad, man. But the observer sees all.
I mean, look at that. 20 and 12 from Cosmic and 29 and 10 from Sugar D. I mean, when you have players like that, and look at the assists from Cosmic as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised with Dogma's late run. I mean, they were down what? I want to say 80, almost 80-0, and they're able to bring it back something like 75-0. They're able to bring it back to 178 to a respectable finish. But Clutch, you called it perfectly throughout the game. Terra did not panic during those trip caps.
Oh, absolutely not. They had control of that game from the start to the finish. Even when that comeback started happening for Dogma, Terra didn't panic. They took their time. You saw Pinkerbell not just drop bottom mid when they were getting control. You saw her slow play it, end up getting taken out, but it did result into a couple of kills that got her team back map control. We talk about Sugar D and his performance throughout the series and how special he was, but I mean, you saw Cosmic top mid on Truth. You saw him with Snipe on Rig Slayer. Once again, we didn't see it from his point of view this game, but you can see the stats. This Cosmic guy, he played lights out this first series.
He really did, and you see Sugar also, I believe, not only did he have that triple bottom middle that he kicked off with that assassination, but also had an overkill as well. I don't think we caught that. We'll have to see if the guys in the back caught that overkill, but what a performance all around from Terra Soldiers. A pleasure watching them in our first series here in Mexico City.
Yeah, just some great support as well. Clutch, you'd mentioned it before. You mentioned how, you know, this team, you gave Sugar the ability to be able to capitalize on the kills, but it was really his teammates, and look at that there. Oh, that's just a heartbreaker. He didn't turn off the assassination animation.
No.
He said, no, I want the full embarrassment.
And he got a great reaction out of this packed crowd here in Mexico. Look at that Cosmic as well. Shotgun in the back pocket. You don't want to find that when you're in Cafe.
I can't express how important that individual kill was. I mean, Cosmic was no shield, was able to finish that guy and control blue for his team. I mean, unbelievable job by Cosmic there to stay alive, get that kill, and because of it, it resulted in Terra's ability to not panic, not get desperate because the other team had a trip cap, and just maintain some control of the map, and unbelievable job by the whole squad.
Really impressive stuff there.
That's right. So I think I was just holding it back that we are going to go to a break, I believe.
Let's see. We'll have to see exactly what's coming up here on the main stage.
We'll make sure that we hammer that through, but we are going to have another match coming up on the main stage in just a little bit. I believe it's going to be the boys over Psychotic, our number 2 seed, going up against Sarah. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. That's going to be our next matchup coming up here on stream. But for now, though, I believe we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have plenty more Halo live from Mexico City. All right, so sorry about that, folks. Was just informed that apparently we're going to restart the match from 81 to 40. Did not know that in the middle of the game.
Yeah, must have gotten word from the station referee that there was something that happened on stage. It was not easy to tell in the game, but I guess, to be honest, it's a pretty great start for Terra Soldiers, considering that game ended up much closer. So we'll have to get word from the station referees on exactly what happened during that game, but it sounds like Game 3 may need a little bit more to finish out the result.
Seems that way. We'll be sure to get a confirmation from our production team in the back. Apparently there was a disconnect in the game
from one player,
which is kind of interesting considering that they were able to come back. But
yeah, I'm wondering how they went on a 40-point run.
Yeah, with three players.
With 3 players. Maybe that player was able to join right back in the game. Not sure exactly what it was. Regardless, though, we got to respect the decisions of the station referee. So we're going to go back into game number 3. And despite all that hype and excitement, this series apparently is not over.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see how Dogma BR can rebound off this, because I've seen teams in the past. I've been a part of teams in the past.
Let me tell you, I've seen this before.
And bad things happen to teams that should have won. You've been a part of it.
I've been a part of it, certainly, and this is not a situation that you want to be in if you're on the winning side. For the team that just got 3-0'd, it's apparently another chance at life.
Absolutely.
Chance at life.
I mean,
good choice of words.
It's tough to explain how this roller coaster of emotions for Terra Soldiers. They just got done thinking that they won their first series of the tournament. They were probably celebrating with each other, telling each other,
they're tweeting,
congratulations. It might have already been tweeted.
It could have been tweeted.
Could have been.
Oh,
I was ready to tweet it.
But now they're going to have to delete the tweet.
Jeez.
And they're going to have to focus up.
Or maybe they'll just tweet a rage tweet in between. We'll see.
Hit him with that post-event rage tweet.
Could be post-series rage.
Seen plenty of those in my time. So probably going to get into this game in a second here as we're waiting for the players to start up the game. Thank you so much, though, for joining us here in Mexico City for one of our last international stop. Actually, our last international stop. First qualifications took place in London, England, with our friends over at Gfinity, where we were able to qualify 4 members of the European region, 4 teams. Then after that, went over to Sydney, Australia to bring 2 members down under over to Seattle. And now 1 spot up for grabs here in Mexico City. The best Latin American team will represent the region at the Halo World Championships of 2018 in Seattle, Washington. But I was just told that the game is going to be starting yet again. Let's see if we're going to have similar performances from Suga and Cosmic, or will Dogma BR get that sweet revenge interested
Right.
to see how this is going to pan out. Gentlemen, I'll let you guys take it from here.
Thank you, GB. Yes, an interesting situation for both these teams. We'll have to get a word from the guys in the back on exactly which scores are needed for each team to get an exact confirmation on what that will be. But Terra Soldiers has a little bit more work to do. Apparently, they did not expect to be here. We didn't expect them to be here, but right now we're going to see exactly if they can close this one out.
Yeah, we saw Terra Soldiers being so composed throughout this entire series so far, and this is really going to test their composure, whether or not they're able to just collect themselves and finish this series once again and get a W.
All right, now it looks like we believe Terra did have 81 points, so we'll see exactly if they're able to close this one out. But now we're going to go ahead and kick things off here with Pinkerbell off the break, and we are back here on Plaza Strongholds. That first power-up is going to be grabbed. We'll take a look at exactly where that went. That was in the hands of Zion as he will fall.
Yeah, Terra Soldiers once again getting the camo off the break, scratch-free. No one was even looking at it for Dogma. You really got to collect yourself and focus on these power-ups if you're Dogma VR. Now we're seeing Cosmic over here going bottom middle. He's already got control. Terra Soldiers does not need a lot of points. They can play this slow.
All right, now take a look. Shotgun in hand for Cosmic. Going to be bottom middle. Once again, Cosmic with the shotgun. Putting it to use. Picks up a double kill bottom middle. So they are off to a great start. Watching to see if anyone's going to fall. Garbage truck now flanks around. Looks like he knows the players around here. That's going to be right now. Takes a shotgun, but he will fall eventually to Diablo. So he'll pick up that kill in Hotel.
All right, Cosmic starting right where he left off of the last game. Getting a double kill, getting his team once again map control, unbelievable job, but you are going to see Dharma VR able to take control of the bottom mid hill. They need to slay out on this Prius kill.
Yep, they're able to pick that up. Now take a look at bottom middle. Looks like Cappy is picking up some kills as well. We go over to his POV fighting against Cosmic. A grenade comes in. That's huge for him to pick up the double kill as well. Now looking at a player on LR, that's going to be Pinkerbell. She's taken down, so look at Dogma BR really rallying back here, but Zion's able to pick up 2 kills of himself. Maybe picking up a third here on Zatan. No, Zatan says no to the triple.
Right, and you're seeing Terra they're not panicking by any means. They're going for snipe. They say, you can have bottom middle. We're going to trade yard for snipe any day of the week. They're going to get in control of the map. I like what Terra BR is doing here.
It looks like they're going to grab yard, just like you said. For a second, they're going to try to go for a trip, but just as quickly as you say that, Terra Soldiers is able to grab nest and basement, so you got to wonder if Zatan, his best decision might not have been yard there.
Yeah, I really don't like the play there. I think he was going for the trip cap, thinking his teammates were going to be able to slay them out of snipe and slay them out of bottom mid. I have no idea how Terra Soldiers was able to get bottom mid and snipe there.
And great team shot still from Dogma BR, so it looks like a new team here. As you see, now 18-9 is the score.
Right, and you're seeing Dharma BR do such a good job this game of rotating throughout the map. They did just burn that camo. I wanted to see them stay alive with it. They haven't been able to get a camo since the middle of the second game.
All right, now as we see, 23-10 is the score. As taking a look at this, as you see, Dogma, by the way, needs 19 points. Don't think that's correct. We'll find out exactly what we mean by that graphic, as they'll need much more than 19 to win this game. But now staying on board with Zatan through this respawn.
Right, I think it's actually going to be Terra that needs 19 points. Dogma's going to need almost 60 if they plan on coming back in this series.
That's right, so if I'm not mistaken, any moment now, we might see Terra able to win this game. We'll have to get a word from the station referee if that's the end of the game. Do apologize for the confusion here. And yes, indeed, we're going to see a victory screen there ended. So Terra will close it out in a similar fashion to what we saw. So same result there. Do apologize for the interruption, but Terra Soldiers does win this series, and I think we could still say with a pretty solid 3-0 despite the confusion in that last one.
Right, no harm, no foul. You always like to see that. It's happened so many times in the past where teams have been affected mentally and not been able to rebound like that, but Terra Soldiers once again shows their composure in this series and finishes strong, and now they're moving on to winners bracket round 3.
Yeah, they're looking good. So the story does continue as we had suspected, folks. Go ahead and take the last 16 minutes of what you just saw, of what we just saw, and go ahead and erase it from your memories, because Terra Soldiers does win that series with a score of 3-0. Cosmic, Pinkerbell, Sugar D, and Zion there able to close it out.
Right. All right, so yeah, I mean, Terra, once again, the result still the same. The ball never lies. 3-0. Terra are able to get the victory here, sweeping fashion. And honestly, it was really from the start there, you could just tell, again, the Sugar and Cosmic were the stars of that one. Also just being able to get control early on of the, I think if that game had restarted fully, we probably would have seen Dogma be able to bounce back. I think they knew what they wanted to tighten up a little bit. Fortunately for them, that was not the case. Terra will move on, and be a 3-0 victory for them. I believe they got a bye going into winter bracket round 2.
That's right. I think both these teams may have gotten by the winter bracket 2.
Okay, yeah. So a tough loss for Dogma BR, but we'll see more of them in the lower bracket. There you can see Strong Side on your screen taking pictures, not doing his job, which is a very common thing for Michael Cavanaugh.
Yeah,
Common
always missing when needed. And once again, found out of place. We got you on camera this time, Side.
Yep.
You can't hide from us.
So if he says he was prepping, quote unquote,
he was not
for his game. He
was
was
right
not.
on the screen. He was not.
It's right on the screen. Everyone knows now. Still living in the past of his former H2 glory days.
Well, I tell you what, we got a lot of we got a lot of H2 fans here in Mexico. So maybe this is the best place, perhaps globally, that he can live. He can live in those glory days.
I think he's definitely enjoying all the H2 love, and like we said, this community is so strong. Unbelievable passion from everybody in the venue so far, and you can see it when you see Side taking pictures just randomly with fans. I mean, everyone's so happy to have an event like this and to have an opportunity to celebrate Halo and its memory.
I gotta say one thing about Dogma BR. We can't. That last performance they had throughout that series, certainly nothing that really worries me. I think they had some strong moments throughout that series, and I think we might see them later on in the losers bracket.
My biggest thing with Dogma BR is they just gave up so many power-ups for free, and you can't do that. You can't expect to just be playing against a camo guy or against a guy with sniper or against a guy with rockets per se. I mean, if you expect to continue on and have a chance and an opportunity at this golden ticket to the World Championship, you're going to have to focus on power-ups and power weapons a lot more than what we saw out of that series.
Right, they're really going to need to tighten things up here. But on the other side, Terra Soldiers, what we saw from them was laying down the slays, right, getting the kills, putting themselves in the position to make sure that those power-up and power-weapon grabs most of the time were pretty easy, right? We saw Pinkerbell with a lot of grabs in the late game of it, especially the Rig and Plaza, and they were not highly contested, if at all.
It's very true. It's very true, and they're certainly going to have to look to adjust that moving forward here. I think also for Terra, they could take some lessons out of this game and look at some of the things that they had done right, some of the things that they have done wrong, see if they can put themselves one step closer. But again, impressive run from Terra Soldiers. So we are waiting word on production here, and as soon as I know, we will move on. With our next matchup, we're expected to see oh my God, I'm blanking on it. The Psychotic Gaming take the stage here, our number 2 seeded team. That's going to be Atsa and Drift as well. So 2 names that are very familiar within not only the Latin American Halo scene, but also with the Halo scene as a whole, because these players have competed on North American soil in the past.
That's right. Of course, we have seen them several times now compete in the U.S. And I think one statement that we heard from nearly all teams who played in Orlando was the international teams overall, their showings they were not proud of, right? They knew that when they were coming back to their regions, they had a lot of work to do. And here we are. Here's the test for the Mexico and Latin teams.
I'm really looking forward to see how they've changed their game over the past year. How have they improved and been able to say, all right, we want another shot at Worlds. We messed up last year. We weren't ready, but this year we're ready. We're going to make an impact. We're going to make the Latin America scene proud. And it starts with the first game of the first series.
Yep.
Very true. But all right, guys, we are going to go to a break. When we come back, plenty more Halo live from Mexico City. Promise there won't be a reset of the game. We're actually going to a break this time around. And then when we return, more Halo. Don't go anywhere, as the Halo World Championship Mexico City Finals continues on after this.
Dave evolved. You ready for this?
Well, he's pretty big.
Fire everything you've got!
Rated PG-13.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, and everything's going my way. I got a beautiful feeling.
Giant monsters attacked our world. We fought back, building our own monsters to stop them. But the war we thought we finished is just beginning. The only thing standing in front of the apocalypse is us.
Pacific Rim Uprising has the message of having a common enemy and people from all around the world having to work together.
I wanted it to feel as representative as possible. We have China, Russia, Japan, United States, India. The Pan-Pacific Defense Corps is a world Jaeger fighting force.
Now help me save the world!
In the face of certain death, of the extinction of our species, we gotta stand up and fight.
Unity is really the only answer to fight something so big.
Fire everything you've got!
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling.
You are a hell of a pilot. Maybe even better than your dad. It's time to step out of his shadow.
I think I've heard the pitch.
Let's do this!
There's something you need to see.
They've evolved. You ready for this?
Well, he's pretty big.
Fire everything you've got!
Rated PG-13. We were born into a world at war. Giant monsters attacked our world. We fought back, building our own monsters to stop them. But the war we thought we finished is just beginning. The only thing standing in front of the apocalypse is us.
Pacific Rim Uprising has the message of having a common enemy and people from all around the world having to work together.
I wanted it to feel as representative as possible. We have China, Russia, Japan, United States, India. The Pan-Pacific Defense Corps is a world Jaeger fighting force.
Now help me save the world!
In the face of certain death, of the extinction of our species, we gotta stand up and fight.
Unity is really the only answer to fight something so big.
Fire everything you've got!